here's our last surprise segment. We're going to be talking about the way too early hardware predictions. Pretty much the title says it all. We're very excited to talk about this one.
Yes.
Hardware. We're going to be talking about 6 different hardwares: the Calder, the Hart, the Rocket, the Norris, the Vesna, and the Selkie. We have the top 3 for every single one. We are going to be going from our third pick to our first pick for every single one. So the Calder, I'd like to start that off with Steven. Steven, you can start it off with the Calder.
All right. So third place in my Calder vote as of now.
Yes.
I'm giving it to, or actually not, it's for the end of season. This is our end of season.
That's right, your prediction.
I got Dawson Mercer in third,
Okay.
Lucas Raymond in second, and Trevor Zegras taking home the Calder trophy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have Trevor Zegras as my third,
Okay.
Dawson Mercer as my second, and then Lucas Raymond as my number 1.
Okay. So now I wanted to ask you because last week when we recorded this, Zegras is still like fifth or something in rookie scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you look at the week he had, he's now up in third and catching the guys ahead of him. So are you nervous by your prediction there?
A little bit. Trevor Zegras is a good player, although him and Mercer might be going, head to head, and I think that'll be interesting. I don't think Trevor Zegras will catch up to Raymond, although Raymond hasn't really put up any points since we did that video. So
he's been slowing down too.
And Moritz Seider as well. So it's concerning. Your prediction might be looking a little bit better than mine. Although mine sort of fit the narrative for this week. I gotta go deeper in the future. You hit it. You're hitting it at the moment.
At the moment, yeah, which is it may be something that I don't want.
No.
Maybe I don't want to be leading right now. We're only a quarter of the way through the season. Do I want the lead now?
Well, no. Currently, my prediction is
true.
accurate. Yours might be possible because Trevor Zegras is tied with Mercer, so he may pass Mercer, and Raymond's slowing down, so Zegras might actually catch the first. So your prediction looks accurate, Steven.
I mean, comparing this to like horse racing, my horse is saving his stamina for the end, for the final sprint.
It all depends if Anaheim can keep it up.
Of course, yeah.
He's also like a minus. He was a minus. I don't know if he still is. Yep, -8.
Yeah.
So not pretty.
Definitely.
The team needs to be better, and if he can keep it up, even with the team being worse, then so be it. But yeah, I think that's it for the Calder, right?
Yeah, good discussion on that one.
Yeah.
Next is the Hart. You're up.
The Hart. I'm gonna start with Ovechkin, and Leon Draisaitl, and Connor McDavid.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I have the exact same 3 as you, but I put it Draisaitl in third, Ovechkin in second, and McDavid in first.
Okay. Now I do remember the Rocket.
Well, hold on. I want to explain why I put guys where in this one. Like the only reason why I have Ovechkin ahead of Draisaitl, which is different from yours, is because I think Ovechkin's gonna. Well, actually, it's spoiling the next one, I guess.
That's why I wanted to go into that one.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Go.
You start. No, you're starting with the Rocket.
All right. So for the Rocket, I have Matthews in third, Draisaitl in second, Ovechkin in first.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I have Mangiapane in third, Draisaitl second, and then Ovechkin first. And that's I think having Ovechkin first there is a no-brainer. The record, if he's going to beat the record from Gretzky, he's going to have to win the Rocket for a few years. Maybe 2 more years, 3 more years now.
I mean, I've said it a lot of times. I think he's putting up 65 this year. He may even break his second-year record. Where 65. I think he got... I forgot how many he got in 2008. But that was the most goals that he scored in his career.
At least 60.
He did hit 60. I know he hit 60 for sure.
Yeah, he had 65 in 07 and 08.
60. Yeah, okay, that was it. Yeah, 65. So I think he can at least tie it, if not beat that previous personal best that he put up.
That's pretty impressive.
Um, yeah, and for that reason, that's why I put Ovechkin ahead of Draisaitl in the Hart voting, just because I think look at that, he's going to be like I think if the prediction of him leading the league in goals comes true, then I think the voters of that will look at that, and especially if he's putting up 60 goals, like you don't see that every year.
You're right. It's not very common to see a guy getting 60 goals, and that is your most valuable guy. The guy putting the pucks in the net,
Hmm.
and he's arguably the best player to do that in the league. So, uh, yeah, Draisaitl and McDavid to me, the heart. Those guys sort of deserve it. They're always at the top there. Draisaitl is
Hmm.
currently the top for goals and points. So you're right. It's a neck and neck race for all three of them for the heart.
Yeah,
I think
honestly, I
it's more
mean,
clear for the goals though that Ovechkin, even if Draisaitl has the advantage at the moment, it's just a goal difference. So
yeah, Ovechkin's just he's a guy. I mean, nothing to take away from Draisaitl either, but like they're both guys that can basically score at
no,
will any
yeah,
night they want. But I think Ovechkin is just maybe just because he's been around longer, like he kind of just it's already known about him. Whereas Draisaitl, he's kind of recently established himself as like that, like yeah, I can score every night kind of guy.
yeah, and it's sort of having McDavid there makes him look a little less, enticing or not as
Hmm.
compelling of an option as Ovechkin because Ovechkin doesn't have a McDavid around him. He has
Yeah,
Kuznetsov and Backstrom, but they're not in the top 10 here for leaders in points. They're not in the top
no,
10 for
they're
assists. Oh, well, there's Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov is there at 20 points or
yeah, but
20
he's still not
assists.
on the same level as McDavid, right?
No, yeah, McDavid's scoring and shoot and passing it.
Hmm.
Backstrom's not there neither. So it's interesting and very not surprising anymore because Ovechkin has always been doing this. Whenever you think he's out, he's never out.
Yeah, exactly, man. There was those years like you look back at like I think it would have been around like '09, 10, 11, where like he was only scoring 30 goals and people were like, "Oh, that's it. Ovechkin's done." Like he's starting to regress. And like I remember there was even 1 year two people commented about how he was like he was like a minus like 20 something because most of his goals were
Minus
coming on the power play.
35, but he
Yeah,
had
yeah, that's
51
right.
goals that year.
Yeah, but like 30 of them or 20 of them were on the power play.
My God,
So
power
like
play
people were looking at that
goals.
and being like, this guy can't play 5 on 5. He'll never win a cup because of that.
Yeah,
He
25
listened to
goals on
all
the
that.
power play. 25
Yeah,
goals.
he listened to all those things that people were saying. He learned from them and he made himself good at 5 on 5 and eventually won a cup.
There you are. He adapted. Now the next trophy, the Norris Trophy.
Going back to Rocket for a second.
Oh, he's going back here.
Are you
I'm not switching anything, Steven, if you're
with
asking.
Mangiapane? You're keeping him there, eh?
Damn right.
All right, because I'm just saying Matthews is heating up, man.
Matthews
He's been
can heat up.
scoring.
Whatever, man. You're just a Leafs fan.
A
You're just a boring Leafs
little
fan.
bias, yeah.
Andrew Mangiapane, or Mangiapane, he needs to take it because I don't want to see anyone else. I don't want to
Fair
see
enough.
your Matthews there.
My Matthews.
No, 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 no. Thank you. I need Calgary to do something. That's it. Calgary and Edmonton, I'm happy with.
Hmm.
The Norris. So I'll start with this one. Kale McCarr, Victor Hedman, and Adam Fox.
All right. So you got Fox going back to back. I have Fox in third,
Okay.
McCarr in second, and Victor Hedman taking it.
That's last week's stuff.
Yep.
So you
Yeah, yeah.
still agree,
Oh,
you
yeah.
still think that's to be the case?
Yeah, none of this has been changed.
Okay. Okay. I think all three of them are great options. It's really hard to pick out of them. What do you pick out of points, team success?
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, nowadays I feel like this award has honestly become like who can score the most points by a defenseman thing, which is why
But you're
I
looking
would
at
like
this year.
for the
Look at the points this year. They're so
well, I am.
close together. How do you
I
pick from
know, I
that?
am.
How do you do that?
But that's
The
the
better the
thing.
plus
Well,
minus, so you do a
here's
coin
the thing
flip.
though. Okay, but here's the point I'm trying to make. I think the Norris shouldn't be given to the guy. Like, I think it's deserved for sometimes to be given to the guy with the most points, but I also think it like the description of it is the best defenseman. Being a good defenseman is both offense and defense, which is
Yes.
why I think Hedman, like, think about how many times that guy has been nominated but hasn't won that award. And then you see him in the playoffs and just how effective he is and just like how like just a beast he is out there. And it's like, how isn't this guy like I feel like we can look back at his career later when it's all said and done and be like, how didn't this guy win more Norris trophies?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Although, if we're talking about, defensemen, it's what that defenseman for his team, what did he contribute? And if he contributed enough to change that around, like Carey Price did for the Montreal Canadiens however many years
Mhm.
ago, he was the defining factor. If I look at like a guy like Adam Fox, he, the when you're looking at these guys, you're looking at teams that aren't supposed to be doing well but are doing well, and Adam Fox is one of those guys that are showing up for the Rangers here, and he has better plus
Mhm.
minus than Makar and Victor Hedman so far. John Carlson's currently leading in points, but um, John Carlson could be an option there as well. There's so
Yeah.
much.
Oh yeah. Can never count him out.
Adam Fox winning it 2 years in a row. But do you think the NHL would allow that? 2 years in a row?
It could happen. I mean, hey man, if the people voting on that award feel that he is the best defenseman again, it will happen. But like, yeah, looking at other guys on the
Oh
list,
my
like
God,
Yossi was
Steven.
another guy.
Adam Fox is born February 17th, 1998,
Yeah.
a day before my birthday.
Oh, that's yeah.
Wow.
Wow. He's younger than me too, so that makes me feel old.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Well, yeah, you look at even the other guys on this list too of like leading defenseman points, like Yossi's there, Ekblad's there. I think below that, I don't know if I'd give like Jones, Hughes, or Heiskanen
It'd be those
any love for the award,
those
but you know,
defensemen that are bringing out teams. Like if Quentin Hughes was leading the top five with Vancouver and Vancouver's doing well, then you would be
hmm
like, yeah, okay, Quentin Hughes is leading the charge for this team, and he's the future for it. Adam
yeah,
Fox is
oh
doing
yeah,
all of this on an organization that was and still is technically in a rebuild and doing very well.
yeah, it's very true. I mean, just the fact that yeah, he can step into the league and just already be that dominant defenseman that
A,
like the Rangers needed.
a third round pick,
It's
man. A third round pick.
yeah, a third round pick of the
Calgary
Calgary
Flames.
Flames.
Yeah.
They traded him to Carolina, and then Carolina traded him to the Rangers. He man, the guy's been on three teams before he even played a game.
And he's shown up big
Oh
time.
yeah.
I'm just shocked of the Rangers all around.
Oh, we all are, man.
Very shocked. Although their rookies are doing absolute trash. Lafreniere and Kako, they've only got 6 points. And
Yeah, I mean, this may sound a little controversial, but I don't like they're good players, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they're anything special.
I think they're overrated.
No, I just don't I
Oh,
don't
it
want to say
is. It is.
overrated.
You're
I
saying they
did. No,
are.
you're right. I am saying that. Yeah. Yeah, I am. They're overrated.
Bam.
I'm
Done.
not
There's
afraid to
the
say
headline.
it.
Overrated Lafreniere and Kako. Or is it the management that's not taking care of them properly?
No, because even when they were like in junior, like again, Lafreniere was sick.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, he was a sick player, but like I remember saying at the time, like, I think Byfield's gonna be the better player from that draft.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know. I like what Byfield brings to a team and compared to what Lafreniere brings to a team. And again, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying, yeah, maybe he's a little overrated. That's all.
Okay. Well, that's our hot take for this one. The Vesna. Da 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 da. That's you, Steven.
Ooh,
Starting with
yeah,
that one.
okay. So I got in third place,
Okay.
Tristan Jari.
Yep.
In second place, Jacob Markstrom.
Okay.
And then first place, Andrei Vasilevsky.
Andrei Vasilevsky. That's a pretty safe pick there.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I have the three J's. I got Jakob Markstrom,
Mm-hmm.
For the third pick. And then James Reimer,
Yep.
and then Jack Campbell, number
Oh
one.
boy. I mean, the Campbell one, like, man, I know I said this. I know, like you put that a week ago, and then you look at the week he's had since then. Like in LA Wednesday night, only allowed 2 goals. Against the Ducks on Sunday night, only allowed 1 goal. Like, I mean, he's just bringing that number down and down. Like, I mean, I'm looking at him now, a 946 save percentage with a 164 goals against average. Like, what do you mean? 164?
It's
That's so
crazy.
low.
164. Joseph Wool's after him at
I
167.
know. And of course, 64 and 67 are the last 2 times the Leafs won the cup. So,
Even more pain. Jack Campbell's
exactly.
second in the league for shutouts at three, tied
Yeah.
with Jari and Sorokin. Jake
Yeah.
Ottinger could.
He's another one. Shout out to him.
He's only got 5 games played, 4 wins, but his goals against the save percentage is very good. If he had a more prominent role, if he played like 30 or 40 games and did really well, he could also
Hmm.
be in the running for Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah.
If he had
Well,
like a
even I
one and a
think
half, 160 goals against average and a 930 save percentage, that's a rook. That's Calder
oh yeah.
Trophy right there.
Even like same thing you could look at Dan Vladar on Calgary. You could say the same thing, right?
I was gonna
He's
look
putting
at
up
that.
the fact that Calgary has 2 goalies that are shutting it down this year is like that's exactly what they needed after years
Absolutely,
of
yeah.
not really having a goaltender. Although I'm not going to say that about Markstrom last year. Markstrom was actually good last year. I think just the team in front of him underperformed.
There were some adjustments needed. There was
Yeah,
definitely
of
some
course.
adjustments there. If I think James Reimer is an if they can, I don't know. If I this was from last week. If I could change it, I'd put Markstrom before Reimer. But if
I'll allow it.
San Jose was to make the playoffs, I think Reimer would be higher than Markstrom, just for the fact that
Yeah.
he was doing well and he is doing well still, and he was the guy to bring him out. That's
No,
predictions.
you're right. You're right. If San Jose is gonna continue to be successful, I think a lot of that does ride on Reimer being able to carry them to that point. But we'll see how long he can do that. I mean, he's already kind of, you
Kind
know.
of, but his goals against average 212 and save
I mean, the
percentage is
Leafs chased him
933.
on Friday night. He didn't even last the whole game.
That's one game.
No, it's one game. It happens. I
That's right.
understand.
Ottawa and Toronto recently, he did not play too well. Uh,
No.
4 goals against Toronto, and you said he was pulled. Ottawa, he finished, but he allowed 3 goals, 29 shots. So 26
It's not
shots and three
terrible.
goals. So
Yeah, it's not
yeah, that's
terrible.
no, it's almost 900 save percentage and 3 goals
Yeah.
against average. So, um, yeah, he's gonna go a bit down. So is there anyone that in the goalie side would you be surprised to see surprise you, or like a guy that
I
you're
mean,
not
my
seeing?
prediction, if Jari could stay third, I'd actually be surprised by that. I went bold with that one.
That is quite bold. I
Yeah, it's very
didn't pay
bold.
attention to him.
Yeah, I don't even know where he is now in any of the
He's
goalie
great.
categories. Still
195,
up there, yeah.
185 goals against average and a 938 save percentage.
Yeah. I feel like though a lot of those are just early season numbers where like a goalie will be hot and then
Well, he's
yeah,
still
just
doing well right now. He's still on the
he is.
ball. Yep.
Yeah, I know he is, but I'm just saying like there's still 3 quarters of a season left. Like it's not
You're
often
right.
that goalies finish with goals against averages of under one.
This
It's very
guy,
rare.
this guy's doing well right now on a team that's struggling so far
Hmm.
and has had a lot of injuries. The Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Penguins, although they are fourth in their division now, so there's a lot going on in that division. I don't even want to talk about that one.
Yeah, that's for another day.
Absolutely.
The
We
Selkie.
the Selkie, the last trophy. Some say the least important, and some say the most important. We won't get into that controversy. I think it's my turn.
It's your turn, yep.
Okay. Okay. So Nazem Kadri, number three.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Ryan Getzlab, number two.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Alexander Barkov, number one.
All right. I got Bergeron in third,
Okay,
Couturier in second, and I also agreed with you, Alex Barkov going back to back.
back to back, baby. The guy is a true force to be reckoned with, and
Hmm.
the way that the Florida Panthers have started this year, it's pretty impressive. Although, like, it was about time that they stepped up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People have been asking for this for years. They've always been, oh, watch out for Florida. Next year is their year. And then just disappointment. And it's like, oh, watch out for them. This is their year. And then disappointment. And last year, yeah, last year is when it was really like, okay, like they might have figured it out. And then they're continuing it this year. So yeah, watch out for Florida.
Very happy for them. Everything's clicking for them, and
Mhm.
um, any surprises in this category?
I mean, maybe you putting Kadri in there would be a bit of a surprise, but the year he's having, he's kind of earned it. And yeah, Getzlaff. He's never. I don't know if he's ever been nominated for this award.
He's
But I,
very good. He reminds me a lot of Barkov, and I guess that's
yeah.
Barkov reminds me a lot of Getzlav because he's younger.
Hmm.
Uh, that's why I put him there. I thought that if anyone
Yeah.
could
No,
get it, Ryan Getzlav could get it. Also, yeah, I mean Bergeron, man, that's easy to put in there. He's so
he'll
good.
yeah. He'll always be a nominee as long as he plays like a majority of his season, and he'll always be nominated for this award just because he literally plays that way. That's his play style.
Very defensive and responsible player. Although
Yeah.
they do like to see guys who are defensively responsible and scoring goals or putting up
Yeah.
points. That
Which is
that's
why I think Barkov as number one is appropriate for both of us.
Barkov is, and Kadri is scary because he's in the top 10, the top 5
Hmm.
actually in points right now, and
Yeah.
he is one of those guys who wins faceoffs, who plays a 200-foot game and is very physical.
Hmm.
Not sometimes responsible though, but what's his point or penalty minutes so far this year? Uh,
Uh, I think he might. No, did he
he's
get an
got 30
injection?
points penalty minutes. I think he
Yeah,
did get it.
I think he did get an injection once. So that
Uh,
doesn't help.
I don't see any. I don't see it so far. But he's been a surprise, and hell, just 1 year, man. Give the kid something that he's never gotten.
Yeah, man,
Hardware.
not wrong.
Oh.